Okay, so we're on the last segment now. Similarly with the C chord, when we look at a C, we've got a 3, a root, our fingers on the root, okay, our middle fingers on the 3, all right, the open string is the 5, and our fingers on the root again, and then we have a 3 on top. There's two things you could add to that C. We could hit this 5 with our pinky like this. Or we could hit the 5 on the bottom for a nice robust C on the bottom. Alright, so we've got that kind of going on with the C. That's the root. Now when we go to the fourth, we're going to go to a E-shaped F. So we're going to skip the D minor, skip the E minor, and go right to a pentatonic on that fourth. Here's that fourth, and we're going to do an E major shaped pentatonic. Okay, looking at this situation here, all right, this 4 and 5 is the 5th and the 6th of the 5, 6 of the F, is it not? It should be, because if we're doing a pentatonic, we're going to skip. That's the 7th of the F, that's the root, and that's the 2. Okay, so I don't understand why we're doing 7 root 2. Okay, so with the string shape that would be for the key of F would be 7 root 2. Right there would be an E string shape, but we're not doing that because it's F Lydian, it's not F Ionian. So we're going to start on the 4th and just do a pentatonic. Of course, we can also do a tri-tonic, which would be 4 root 4 6. Okay, and then root, we wouldn't go to the 7. So that would pretty much be a cage-bound arpeggio on the 4th. Doesn't matter if it's a Lydian 4th. It is a Lydian 4th, but it's the same triad arpeggio as if it was the 1st, the 4th, or the 5th. So let's look at that 4. We're going to start low and pretty much do this. The top note is going to be a 4 up here. Right, like that. So that's the riff we're going to play, and it's going to go. Start one more time. The 4, the 6, the root, and then we got open 2. Is 2 part of? Is D part of it? No, it isn't. So that's a mistake I made. Okay, so it's 4, 6, root, 4, 6, root, 4. That's it. That's our tri-tonic. Now the pentatonic I know by heart would be. Now we're hitting the 2nd. Alright, so in the 1, 4, 5 we do an E-shaped pentatonic and we do a G-shaped pentatonic. Okay, so the G is 3, 5, it starts on 3, so it's going to be way down here. It's going up to the G. So it's just 1, 2, it's 3, 5, 7. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 notes, because we have 2 on-string intervals. Okay, so we're starting in root and we're going to end up in 2nd inversion. Actually, maybe 1st inversion. Second inversion. I was right the first time. So it's going to be 2nd inversion, but that's just an arpeggio going from 3 to 5 there. Sorry, zoned out there for a second. So that's our tritonic G. It could be the root of anything. It would be the same tritonic. It could be the root. It could be the and this is why it's versatile. This is why we're not limited to calling this the key of C, although the string shapes label it as the key of C, because we could, this G tritonic arpeggio, cage bound arpeggio, could be it could be a 1, a 4, or a 5. But in this case, we're using it as a 5. So the pentatonics is going to go 3, 5, 7. Okay, so it's 3, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 5. That's and still at the pentatonic, you don't know if it's the first, the fourth, or the fifth, because you don't have the fourth, the local fourth of that G, or the local seventh of that G in the scale. Okay, so that's what the 1, 4, 5 is all about, and put them both together. So you put this with this and this, and you get okay. So the 1, 4, and the 5 pentatonic add together to make the diatonic. So we can play the diatonic. We can play over any one of these chords. Let's say the A minor. Okay, so we can play the diatonic over any of the modal chords. So it might sound something like this on piano, okay? So we'll play our A minor down here. Okay, but if we wanted to play a pentatonic off that A minor, we'd have to play the C pentatonic, because the C pentatonic is the relative major of that A minor, so it would have to be like this. Kind of thing, okay? So obviously if we did the D minor, we'd have to play the relative major. Now remember, here's the trick. The relative major of any minor letter shape, this is a D minor shaped D in this case, because we're in the defining box. The C box is the defining box, the familiar chord box. The relative is 1 pentatonic scale member up. So up 1 from D would be E major shape, and the E major shape is the shape of the fourth. So D minor, and that's the F. So D minor is the relative minor of the F. So we'd have to play the F chord. So let's do that. We'll do a D minor, a little D minor thing. Could always do the diatonic on that. Something like that. You want to meander along here and focus on the D minor. Hey, we're out of time. It's been great. I want you to put together the URL below and apply for entrance into the Facebook group. I'll see you there, and good playing.